There are many things to like about the Shadow token, and the current momentum around the price is obviously one of those things. But not everything is rosy. This is not another shilling video trying to market a token to you. This is a channel that tries to look at things objectively. And yes, we have to objectively say that this rally is very impressive. The price went up by 2,700% more than that in the last year. Now, things didn't always look that rosy. Zooming out, we see that the bear market really crushed Shadow, and now we are close to all-time highs again. Now, what's good about Shadow is that there's a working product. You can upload your files in a decentralized manner. We pretty much have a direct competitor to Filecoin here, based on the Solana blockchain. There are regular updates. Just the recent blog article has been on the 29th of December. Developer activity isn't that high though. This is the GitHub repository. This is the place where programmers submit their code changes. And the last update here was last week, another one 2 weeks ago, one more at the end of November, etc. There is something going on, but it's definitely not changes at the pace of a new startup. Here's another thing to potentially like. It's the chart behind me, if you can call that even a chart. This is the number of circulating tokens. Shadow hasn't increased their circulating supply whatsoever. And that's exactly what you want. You don't want to see how the early backers, the early investors, the core team gets a lot of new token allocation that can then be sold to the market. A constant supply with growing demand is in the end what results in higher prices. Now here's another thing I like, and I will talk about the negatives in a second. But here's something I like. The Shadow token is still very much decentralized. This is not being traded on any centralized exchanges, potentially manipulating the price. So there's likely no manipulation by the whales, and there's potentially even some price appreciation if we do see a listing by centralized exchanges in the future. So there's upside here. Now let me show you things I don't like that much. This is the number of Shadow token holders over time. And this isn't growing that quickly. There is a bit of growth, but given that massive price appreciation, I would have liked more people jumping on this, not just existing holders buying more. Now, one of the major reasons why Shadow token can perform this well is simply because Solana is doing well, right? A lot of tokens now on Solana, for example, the Bonk meme coin, are doing very well. The absolute central question though is, how much longer can this Solana specific rally last? This is the total value locked on the Solana chain measured in US dollars. It's now at 2.3 billion and it used to be more than 10 billion. Measured in SOL tokens, we also don't see that much growth. The price of SOL relative to Ethereum though is very close at the all-time high. Now this is what I like to look at in crypto in general, right? I don't look at the US dollar charts. I look at relative valuations to see, is there maybe a potential ceiling somewhere? Because there is a lot of correlation, right? When Bitcoin goes up, when Ethereum goes up, then a lot of altcoins go up as well, and vice versa. In the end, the reason why we get into altcoins is to get outperformance. We get into Solana because we're hoping for more return than by buying simply just Bitcoin or ETH. Now, if that outperformance will continue is the big question. Will Solana become more important than ever before in its past? Or is the air potentially getting somewhat thin here? Because this is really what we need now. We need new all-time highs relative to Ethereum. This is a very similar chart. This is Solana dominance. So how much of all of crypto is in Solana? And we are very close to all-time highs here. The bet with the Shadow token is indirectly that Solana will take over a lot of crypto, much more than it has in the past. Shadow, to a degree, is a levered position on Solana, right? Because it's an ecosystem token. When Solana goes up, then the Shadow token is likely going to go up more and vice versa. When Solana crashes, Shadow is pretty much a levered position on this and will likely crash more. The fully diluted market cap of Shadow isn't that big. It's 343 million. A meme coin like Bonk has 5 times that size. So if the product can catch on more, and if Solana really becomes the central part of crypto, then it's not unreasonable to see the token go beyond the current $1.72. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. There's also a free Telegram. Link is down below.